You are about to enter another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind, a journey into a wondrous land of imagination. Next stop, the Twilight Zone. You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Your coffee, Mrs. Henderson.
Thank you, Gladys.
Will there be anything else?
Not just now. Is Mr. Henderson in the study?
Yes, ma'am. With more in paper.
Ask him to come in, would you, please, when he has a moment?
Yes, ma'am.
Anne, is that you?
Yes, Mother.
Are you going somewhere?
I'm taking Kahlua out.
Not now, surely.
She needs exercise.
Oh, I know, but...
Just for a while. I won't go far, I promise.
Well, be careful, dear.
How long have I been riding?
Why, since you were old enough to walk, practically.
Then I think I can take care of myself, don't you?
I only meant with the engagement party and all.
That's not till this evening. I'll see you in an hour, don't worry. I'm not a child anymore.
No, you're certainly not.
Where's she off to?
Exercise, John, for her and the horse.
Now? But a young man is driving out from the city. We're to have lunch.
She'll be back in time.
That girl, always keeping him waiting.
Oh, she's doing better lately, you must admit.
Yes, but she's still so restless. All that energy.
And then the horse may be exactly what she needs, at least until she and Robert set the date.
Good girl. What a beautiful day, huh, Kahlua? Easy, you got nothing to worry about up here. What is it? You hear something? Where? I see, up on the ridge. How strange, dressed all in black. Who is that? Hello there? What's he doing? Hello, can I help you? Slow down, please. You're spooking my horse. Come on, Kahlua. She's not gonna stop. She's crazy. We've got to get away. We've got to.
This is the sound of terror. Anne-Marie Henderson, 18 years of age, her young existence suddenly marred by a savage and wholly unanticipated pursuit. Miss Henderson has no idea whatever as to the motive for this pursuit, and worse, not the vaguest notion regarding the identity of her black-clad pursuer. Eventually, she will be given the solution to this twofold mystery, but in a manner far beyond her present capacity to understand. A manner enigmatically bizarre in terms of time and space, which is to say, an answer from the Twilight Zone.
And now, the Twilight Zone, and our story, Spur of the Moment, starring Sarah Wayne Callies, with Stacy Keach as your narrator.
She's just taken her horse out.
I don't blame her on a day like this.
She must have lost track of time.
That's easy to do.
Here, Robert, sit down. Would you like something?
Don't go to any trouble for me.
No trouble at all, my boy. I'll have Gladys bring us a tray.
No, really. I'd just as soon wait for Anne.
Where is that girl?
You're looking well, Mrs. Henderson.
Oh, now.
I mean it. Is that a new hairdo?
Oh, don't let's talk about me.
No? What should we talk about?
How are things in the city?
Same as always. Oh, the firm is expanding. Did Mr. Henderson tell you?
I think he mentioned something.
A promotion may be in the air. Of course, it's not definite yet, but...
Oh, that's wonderful, Robert. Dear, did you hear? Robert says he's about to receive a promotion.
Well, it hasn't quite been decided.
What in the name of... Will you look at that?
What is it?
Anne just came riding back as though the devil himself were chasing her.
Really?
I wonder what's wrong. Anne?
Anne, what happened?
Darling, you look positively terrified.
Hey, what's the matter? Anne, did something...
Oh, Bob!
Please, tell us what happened, baby.
No, you're all right.
There was a woman out there.
Woman?
What woman?
I don't know. I never saw her before. She was dressed entirely in black with a cape. It was horrible.
Calm down. You're not making sense.
What did she do?
She chased me.
Chased?
She was on horseback, too, a black horse, and she chased me as hard as she could. I think if she'd caught me, she would have killed me.
What?
The way she looked at me, her eyes, they were insane. I'm sure of it.
See here. Where was this?
I don't know.
Try to remember.
Yes, Anne, if someone meant to kill you...
John, don't you think we better...
Was it where you usually ride, out beyond the meadow?
I think, yes, the trail below the hills.
All right, baby. I'll take care of it.
Shh. It's all over now, honey. Everything's going to be all right.
Poor darling, what a fright you must have had.
Use my handkerchief. There we go. All over now. Come sit with me.
Yes, on the sofa.
This is Mr. Henderson in the main house. We have a problem with an intruder. Yes.
It was so frightening, I can't tell you. She just rode at me, whipping her horse with such a look of hatred.
I don't understand.
If you'd been there.
At once. Take the gardener with you. It's possible that the woman is insane.
And she's not one of the locals? You've never seen her before?
No.
Here. Lean back.
When you find her, bring her to the house immediately. Yes, immediately. An outside line, please. Get me the police.
Better now.
I'm all right. Will someone see to Kahlua for me?
The groom's already taken her to the stables.
It was just so unexpected. 1 second, I'm alone, and the next, there she was at the top of the hill, glaring at me with her long hair blowing and those eyes. And then she started down the hill. There was no trail, but that didn't stop her, whipping her horse all the way. It was so terrifying.
Quiet now, darling. You don't have to tell us any more. Just try to forget it.
I can't forget it. I don't understand. Who is she? Why did she chase me like that? I've never done anything to her.
We'll find out. Your father's talking to the police right now.
If she doesn't live around here, I can't imagine where she came from. It was like she was waiting for me, but why? Why me?
Hey, I know. Maybe she had a message to deliver.
Message?
A warning. Mm-hmm. Sure you're telling us everything?
What?
You're sure she wasn't carrying a sign in her hand that read, "Cancel that engagement party. Don't marry that investment banker from New York. Signed, yours truly, Fate."
Please don't joke about it, Bob. It wasn't funny.
Sorry, I was only trying to cheer you up.
This is John Henderson up at the Spires. My daughter Anne was just attacked by a woman on horseback. Yes, on our property. She was out riding when she came across this woman. No, on the meadow. It runs roughly parallel to the old granite road. There's a gate just past the crossroad that you can... Yes, that's right. No, my daughter was able to outride her, which is, of course, beside the point. I've sent 2 of my staff out to find the intruder, but I will naturally want her arrested when and if she's... Thank you. As soon as possible, if you will. Feeling better?
Yes, Daddy.
Good. Wouldn't do to have a red-eyed fiancé at the party, would it?
Certainly wouldn't.
Where's my pipe?
Why, in your jacket pocket, I imagine, dear.
Tell us about this woman now.
I've told you everything.
And you have no idea at all who she might be?
No, Daddy.
She must have ridden onto our property by mistake.
Mistake?
That's a point, Mr. Henderson. If she were on the property by mistake, why should she attack Anne?
Yes. Did she shout at you?
Yes, but she was too far away. I didn't hear what she was saying. I think she wanted to kill me, though.
You're just assuming that, honey.
No, you didn't see her eyes. I'm sure of it. Who's here?
Oh, I doubt if she followed you all the way home, baby.
What if she did?
Let's hope she did. Save us the trouble of looking for her. Now, where exactly did this happen? Anne?
Aren't you gonna look?
Whoever it is, Gladys will let them in. Now,
I know, but...
come on, baby. Where along the trail? In the hills, you say?
Well, it was...
Yes?
Beyond the meadow, out near that fallen oak, you know, where the stream...
Go on.
Yes?
I want to see Miss Henderson.
No mysterious woman, I'm afraid, unless she's a baritone.
That sounds like...
I'm sorry, Mr. Mitchell, but Mr. Henderson has given strict orders that I'm not...
I said I want to see Miss Henderson.
David.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Oh, dear, I thought everything was ended.
It is, Mother. I didn't know he was...
Didn't you?
I'll take care of it.
Would you like a hand?
No, stay here. What's going on?
Nothing, sir. I only want to see Anne.
See here. I thought I told you.
Now, Anne, you stay away from him.
I will, Mother.
Perhaps I can be of help.
I'm sure that won't be necessary.
Don't you understand English, Mitchell?
Get out of my way.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mitchell, but I'm not at liberty to admit you.
Ask Anne. See what she says.
David, don't...
Why don't you back off, fella? Can't you see you're not wanted?
Anne!
Not now.
That's all right, Gladys. I'll handle this. You're not welcome in this house, Mr. Mitchell.
I don't care what you think. I came to see Anne.
She doesn't care to see you.
Please, David.
Would you rather I call the police?
As a matter of fact, they're on their way right now.
Call who you will. I want to talk to Anne.
What does it take to convince you? Prosecution?
Just a few words from your daughter. That's all I ask.
Hear them, then, if that's the only way we can be rid of you. Though I can predict what they'll be.
David, I don't know what you expect from me.
Anne. It is over between the two of you, isn't it?
I told you it is. David, what is it you want?
Just to tell you...
Keep your distance.
Don't put your hands on me.
Robert, please. What?
To tell you, it's not too late.
Oh, David, you're making it so difficult.
It's not too late, Anne.
Only a blind man could convince himself of that.
I wasn't talking to you.
No, but I was talking to you.
Stop it, both of you.
We belong together. You know that.
Not anymore.
Don't let your father force you into this. Break the engagement.
I can't.
You broke ours.
Mitchell?
Give him 10 more seconds, then that's it.
Please, Anne. You belong with me.
Don't, David.
Time, Mr. Mitchell. You've said your piece. Get out.
I'm not through yet.
I think you are.
Anne.
Let go of me.
Did you hear the lady? She said, let go.
And I said, take your hands off me. Ugh.
Is that your best punch?
More where that came from.
Stop it, both of you. I wish she had caught me back on that trail. Anything would be better than this.
Surely you can do better than that, old boy.
Let's find out.
Steady, Robert.
I will have no more violence in this house.
Maybe this will persuade you.
Daddy, what are you doing?
I only keep this pistol to defend my family. And unfortunately, it looks like that may be necessary.
Put the gun away, John.
Gladly, as soon as some order is restored.
I thought you knew me, Mr. Henderson.
I thought I did too, but now...
I mean you no harm.
Judging by your attitude, I can't be sure of that. I think the time has come for you to leave.
I only wanted...
Don't think for a moment, Mr. Mitchell, that I won't use this. To the contrary.
Don't hurt him, Father.
Is this what you want, Anne?
I don't know.
To let your father break us up at the point of a gun? Anne! Answer me!
Don't even think of following her.
Don't worry. I won't.
And if you will have the common courtesy and sense to leave this house...
Goodbye, Mr. Henderson. Mrs. Henderson. I won't bother you again.
That's that, then.
You know, I almost feel sorry for him.
But not quite, eh?
Not quite.
Come, my boy.
Yes, go back to the living room. I'll see to Anne.
Didn't hurt you with that punch, did he?
Hardly.
I think a good stiff drink is in order, don't you?
Amen.
Wonder what's keeping the police.
About that woman?
They should be here.
I wouldn't worry. She's probably gone home by now to wherever she lives. I didn't realize you had such crazy neighbors.
Neither did I, my boy. Until today.
She's probably not from around here.
Hard to be sure these days. People aren't always what they seem. Ah, well. Cheers.
Cheers. Anne, honey?
Yes, Robert.
There you are. What are you doing out here?
I just needed a breath of fresh air.
Aren't you feeling well?
I'm fine.
Your folks were wondering what happened to you.
Tell them I'll be right in.
Can I get you anything? Some punch?
No, thanks.
Sure.
I'm sure. Just a little tired, that's all.
Well, don't be long. You're the belle of the ball.
Am I?
It isn't every night a girl announces her engagement.
I know.
Are you sure you're all right?
Yes, Robert. Just give me a moment.
Anne, I wanted to tell you something.
What?
Only that you've made me very happy. I consider myself the luckiest man in the world.
You do?
These past few months, I knew the first time I saw you that you were the one. The woman I want to share my life with.
You're very sweet, Robert.
I love you very much, you know, and I'll do everything in my power to give you a good life. I swear it.
I know. I know you will. Tell Father I'll be right there.
I think he's ready to make the announcement.
Of course he is. Now go on.
Don't be long.
I won't. Hello?
Anne?
David?
Over here, in the stall.
They'll be looking for me.
Oh, Anne. Sit with me. Will you do that much?
I'm here, aren't I?
Thank you for coming. I don't know where to begin.
You don't have to.
But, Anne...
It's already been decided.
I can't let you make a mistake like this.
I'm not making a mistake.
Forget about me. It's you I'm worried about.
I'm not worried. And I can't forget about you. How could I? Ever since we were children, even then we knew.
That's what I thought. But that man in there, that pretentious, self-righteous snob, anyone but him. I'd tell you the same if you were my sister instead of the one I've always...
Shh. You're not listening to me. I've made up my mind. When I was a child, I wanted to be with you. Only you.
I felt the same, you know that, but...
I haven't changed. I thought I had, but I was wrong. Today, when you two fought, I knew. I want to get married, David, but not to him.
Oh, Anne. Are you sure?
I've never been more sure of anything in my life.
But how?
Let's go away. Now, with just the clothes on our backs. We don't need anything but each other.
Where will we go?
Doesn't matter, does it? As long as we're together?
I can get a job. I'll work hard.
You won't have to. As soon as Daddy gets used to the idea, we can come back. He'll find something for you.
I don't want a thing from him. We have to make it on our own. Otherwise...
Shh. I'm his only daughter. Someday, this place will be ours. We'll run it together, raise horses, just as we always wanted, doing what we love.
I only love you.
Oh, David. I love you too. So very, very much.
What's happened to you?
I'm not sure. The truth? It finally got through to me. I was so frightened today. I guess it brought me to my senses. It was like waking up. And I'm so sorry.
You don't have anything to be sorry for.
Did you bring your car?
Down the road.
Then let's run away now before it's too late.
In a minute, Anne. In a minute.
Yes?
Mrs. Henderson.
Who's calling, please?
Mrs. Henderson, this is Don Monachian.
Who?
From the law firm.
Oh, yes. Have you taken care of that matter for me?
I'm afraid... Well, I have some bad news.
Don't tell me they've agreed to a smaller amount. Well, I suppose we'll just have to accept. My daughter will be disappointed.
They won't agree to any amount. Your estate is mortgaged to the gills. And those back taxes have put you in a very dangerous position. The bank says...
What's that? My hearing aid's not working. It sounded like you said...
There's no possibility of a loan. And unless you sell the property...
Sell? Why, this is all we have. It's always been ours. My husband built it up from nothing.
And when he passed away, your daughter and son-in-law took over the estate. Your net worth dropped precipitously.
Sell some more stock.
Mrs. Henderson, there aren't any more stocks to sell. Mr. Mitchell had everything in high-risk growth funds. I advised him to diversify, but he wouldn't listen. And now, well, with the way things have been run, the only alternative is receivership. If we get a arrange a time to sign the papers.
I can't talk about this anymore. My heart. I'll have my daughter call you when she returns.
But, Mrs. Henderson, I have to tell the bank something this afternoon.
Good day to you, Mr. Manukian. Anne? Anne, is that you?
Of course it is, Mother. Who else would come to this dump?
That lawyer phoned again.
Which one?
From the investment firm.
So?
He wants you or David to call him.
Oh, who gives a...
Did you hear what I said?
I heard!
Do you think that will help?
Yes, it'll help if I drink enough of it.
They're going to take the house away from us, Anne.
Are they really?
Yes.
They can have it.
Anne!
Come off it, Mother. I've got more important things on my mind.
Oh, like what?
Something happened today.
Did it? What could possibly?
Do you know what I saw? Do you?
Anne, really?
I saw a ghost, Mother. My own.
What are you talking about? A ghost?
That's right, Mother. A phantom. A visitation from the past.
This is no time for such nonsense. You haven't heard a word I said. We're in danger of losing the house.
Oh, come off it.
That's all it means to you?
That's all.
The home you were raised in.
Raised? You mean lowered? Spoiled? Squeezed to death with a velvet glove.
Oh, don't let's start.
It started the day I was born, thanks to Daddy dearest.
I won't hear you debase his memory.
Debase his memory? How cornball can you get?
How can you talk like that about your own father, who gave you everything? Everything!
That's right. Gave me. I never had to earn a bit of it. In fact, I never had to work for anything in my life. Never had to bother acquiring such useless traits as judgment, discrimination. Who needs them? Cheers, Mumsy.
You blame your father?
Yes. I blame my father.
But how?
Easy? Oh, he was so strong, wasn't he? So efficient, so meticulous. I was his baby. Oh, wasn't I? 16, 17, 18 years of age, I was still his baby. With all the keen insights of a baby, all the capacity to understand, the ability to judge people and make decisions, the right ones. So I made a mistake. One little mistake. Just enough to ruin my life. And I've suffered for it, haven't I? Haven't we all? I'd say that calls for another drink, don't you?
Oh, Anne, don't.
Oh, how wonderful. I'm finally being disciplined at the age of 43.
What about the house?
I don't care about the house, Mother.
Well, I care.
That's your misfortune, and none of my own.
At least we should talk about it. Time is running out.
It ran out a long time ago, Mother. A long, long time. I have something more pressing on my mind, what I saw out there today. The ghost of engagements past, you might say.
There you go with your ghosts again.
Mine indeed. Intriguing, isn't it, to be haunted by one's own self? Positively fascinating.
What exactly did you see?
A reminder from the past and the future. I was riding where I always go, out beyond the meadow. I was on a ridge when I saw this young girl pass on the trail below. There she was, with her new saddle, a wonderful white horse. Her daddy gave it to her when she graduated high school. You may remember it, Mother.
How could I?
Because it was my horse once. The girl was me. As I looked at 18.
Oh, I think you've had too much to drink.
No, you're wrong. I haven't had enough. You remember the day of my engagement party? I do. I even remember the date. It was June 13th, 25 years ago. Do you recall how I came in that day, terrified because a woman had attacked me, chased me on a horse, and Father had them search for her in vain? I was that woman, Mother. I am that woman. Look at me, black cape and all, to match my favorite horse. And you want to hear something funny, something marvelously funny. It's not the only time I've seen her.
Don't carry on like this. Go upstairs and lie down.
Isn't that bizarre? I keep seeing her again and again, keep seeing myself, just as I was on that day, on that one particular day. You know that expression, go chase yourself? That's what I've been doing. Chasing myself, trying to...
Anne, you're frightening me. Come sit down. It's getting dark. We'll light the fireplace. Would you like that?
You remember what Bob said to me on that day when I told him? Maybe it's a warning, he said. He thought he was joking. It was a warning. I was warning myself not to marry the wrong man. But I married him anyway, didn't I? Of course, I didn't think so at the time. I thought I was being so brave and independent, following my heart. And now I've paid the price. I've become the grotesque wraith dressed in black who frightened that poor, naive child after death 25 years ago. A phantom who lives in a bottle married to a man who's run our estate into ruin. If only I'd known I was being warned. But who could have told me? Who could have made me listen?
Warned of what?
Speak of the devil.
I asked a question. At least I think I did.
Not now.
Not
David.
now what? I can talk to my wife anytime I want to.
Anne's not herself.
Oh? Then who am I, Mother? I'd say I'm more myself than ever. Perhaps for the first time.
What are you talking about?
Get out of here.
David, it might be better.
I know, if I crawled back upstairs so you can blame me for everything. That's not fair. I did the best I could. What did I know about it? Investments, running a business. If your old man hadn't up and died...
David?
Well, it's the truth. But look on the bright side. We had some good years.
Did we? When?
After we came back and your father set us up. There's some bad luck, that's all. But we'll get on our feet, you'll see. All it takes is for...
For what? A miracle? Another life? We only have one chance, and we blew it. Don't you see? I blew it, but... Maybe, just... Maybe, if I can find her again and get through one last time...
What's the matter with her?
Oh, you poor man. Get out of my sight.
I know what it is. Do you think she doesn't love me anymore?
Oh, there, easy. This is far enough. I recognize the spot. She'll come along the bridle trail down there. I know she will, and when she does... There she is.
Look at her. What does she have to smile about?
Anne! Come on, faster!
Hello, can I help you?
Anne? Anne! Anne!
Slow down, please. You're smoking my horse.
No! Anne!
You've got to get away. You've got to...
Faster!
This is the sound of terror. Anne Marie Mitchell, 43 years of age, her desolate existence once more afflicted by the hope of altering a past mistake. A hope which is, unfortunately, doomed to disappointment. For warnings from the future to the past must be taken in the past. Today may change tomorrow, but once today is gone, tomorrow can only look back in satisfaction. Or, as in the case of Mrs. Mitchell, in regret and eternal sorrow if the warning was ignored. Said warning, as of now, stamped "Not accepted" and stored away in the dead file at the records office of the Twilight Zone.
Spur of the Moment, starring Sarah Wayne Callies, with Stacy Keach as your narrator, was adapted for radio by Dennis Etchison and written for The Twilight Zone by Richard Matheson. Heard in the cast were Kurt Nabig, Christian Stolte, David Darlow, Meg Thalken, Doug James, and Fernette Lebo.